Hi, I'm Rex Conklin, Media and Marketing Consultant. Welcome to the BAM Show, where we get you the real deal.
This is the BAM Show, Barter and Marketing, where we get you the real deal. I'm your host, Joshua Smith from Sherwood, and here with me today is a gentleman who used to run media at a little company called Wal-Mart, then onto Home Depot, is the co-head of the A&A Media Leadership Committee, as well as a strategic media consultant. It is my privilege to introduce Rex Conklin, T-Rex, Rex Conklin.
Good morning.
Happy to have you here. So, do me a favor, tell our audience and listeners, our viewers and listeners, a little bit about Rex, your background, go as far as, where you went to college, grade school, not grade school, but let's give us a little background of yourself and how you got into the industry, because you're a force to be reckoned with, my friend. So people want to know.
Okay. Well, I graduated with a degree in advertising from Marquette back in Wisconsin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that's really what I wanted to do with my life, was get into advertising. I didn't have media on my radar at that point, but I knew I wanted to go into advertising. So my first job out of college was with Sears Roebuck and Company in the in-house advertising department as a copywriter.
So was that 10
Believe
years
it
ago?
or not. Yeah, it was about 10 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Figured.
So copywriting, layout design, things like that, and eventually migrated into the world of marketing and merchandising within Sears. Bought Craftsman hand tools for a while, which was a lot of fun. But then I made my way back to marketing and eventually to media specifically. So I did that for a while. Cleansed my palate a little from retail. I worked at Univision for about a year and a half in the radio division.
Okay.
And then I joined Wal-Mart and I ran the media practice there for about 7.5 years. And then Home Depot came knocking, so I did essentially the same thing at Home Depot. I ran media at Home Depot and partnership marketing, including College Game Day with ESPN, so that was a lot of fun.
Nice.
And more recently I've been consulting, so with media companies, ad tech firms, investment companies.
We've been seeing a lot of companies, large or small, either bringing agency or functions and roles in-house, or basically stripping their marketing team down to the bare bones and really let the agency work on everything. So my question to you is, how does, again, as a consultant, is there a best route for a company to take, or is there room for both?
Yeah, I think there's definitely room for both, and it depends on the company and what their strategic objectives are. So in my experience, it's been small in-house media team, large agency support staff. So, for instance, when I was at Wal-Mart, I had over 100 FTEs on the agency side supporting my team and the plans that we built and executed for our internal stakeholders.
What keeps an advertiser up at night? I mean, we've had some year.
It's getting more and more difficult, and I think there's a lot of anxiousness in the marketing community, particularly as you hear and experience more about things like ad fraud and viewability issues with digital advertising, agency rebates, all those sorts of things. It's kind of turned the marketing world and the advertiser-agency relationship on its head, because there's all these issues that are coming up, a lot of uncertainty about how it's all being managed. If you really understand, all the dynamics involved in terms of what you're getting in your investment, where your ad's running, are they actually being seen by humans?
Yeah.
Is somebody benefiting from something in a non-disclosed relationship that you assumed wasn't happening? There's a lot of uneasiness today, I think, about marketing in general, and that's particularly true in the digital advertising space.
You said something about e-commerce, and we're noticing more and more. Forget just retailers. I mean, brands and manufacturers themselves, they're major into e-commerce, which, is interesting, because some of the brands out there, you wouldn't think that they would have e-commerce sites. I mean, why has this been, such a hot, topic for some of these companies to get an e-commerce site, instead of dealing with their normal, distribution and outlet channels? I mean, companies they're really, I'm seeing this more and more. They're really, set on this.
Yeah.
building an e-commerce site.
Well, e-commerce growth, even at extremely large companies like Walmart or the Home Depot, is still growing pretty rapidly, much more rapidly than the brick and mortar stores. For retail, it's not as big a business for companies like that, just because the physical footprint of a Walmart, and like retailers is so large. But online e-commerce is very profitable because of the inventory is held much higher up in the distribution chain. You generally know more about your customers,
Yep.
particularly if you're in a business that doesn't have retail stores. Through e-commerce, you get a lot of CRM data, and you're able to target your customers a lot more efficiently through that. So, that's a business that will continue to grow, and in part because of technology and devices. So, mobile, has really reached the tipping point, just within the past couple of years in terms of a tool not only to research but to buy things online. So, just having that tool in everybody's hand and being able to order from a company online rather than visit a store that's a sea change right there, just from a device technology standpoint.
Oh God, yeah, and I don't even know. This Black Friday, to me, I don't love going into malls, but I've seen a decline in people going to stores. You have, right? Every year, it seems like it's less and less.
That's true, and most of the deals that have been available traditionally only in store are now available online too.
My wife still likes to go in and look at this stuff. Shauna, you got to you keep up with the Joneses here. It's enough for the going into the stores. On the flip side of what we just talked about with e-commerce, I don't know if you've heard of Amazon Go.
I have. I've been reading about it.
There you go. They're going from taking some e-commerce and going to brick and mortar stores. What's to be said about that?
Yeah, and Amazon has been at the other end of the spectrum because it's all been e-commerce, and I think they realize there's still a huge opportunity to have physical locations, in part for convenience and in part because there are some product lines like grocery where I think you want to, particularly if you're buying fresh items like produce or meat or something like that.
You want to know what you're getting.
You have to know what you're
smell
getting,
it.
right?
You want to feel it, yeah. What surprised you most about working at a company that is ranked number one, talking about Walmart here, in like the global 500 list?
There's an opportunity for one person or even a small team to make a difference within the company. And I think a lot of that's Walmart is, Walmart is just open to people taking prudent risk, trying new things and trying to make a difference. So if you're passionate enough, if you're aggressive enough, if you're confident enough, you can actually do something that has a huge impact across the company.
We've worked in the past with Walmart. You work with Sherwood. Now that you're not there anymore, now you can tell me the truth. How, did Sherwood, impact your company Walmart in terms of, the efficiencies that we brought to you guys?
And here's what you really provided, in my experience with you, is flexibility. So you were able to address an opportunity that I had and bring in some efficiency in a critical time frame for the company. So the important part for me was the flexibility and just having options to approach a challenge or an opportunity in a different way. Something that I couldn't have done through my traditional media relationships with my strategic partners on the agency side.
Sure. All right. So Sexy Rexy, talk to me here. We're wrapping up 2016, okay? And we've had all these, cool media technology features that, have really come to fruition or, just on the verge here, augmented reality, virtual reality, all this talk about cross-screen integration.
Yeah.
Do you foresee these continuing in 2017, or is there something else that's, some, insight on the future? You got to have something. I feel like you have that like telepathic type mind. You foresee
I don't know about telepathy, but I would have mentioned the same things that you did. Augmented reality, virtual reality. All the evolution of ad tech and marketing tech, and the ability to build audiences, target them more efficiently, and be more relevant in terms of the advertising that consumers are seeing. I guess the thing that I would add to that that's kind of along the same lines is artificial intelligence. There's a lot of discussion about that right now, even in the context of things like chatbots, so kind of automating interactions with customers that take really the onus from an operational standpoint off of marketers and companies, and really provide a better experience for consumers at the same time. So, as technology continues to evolve, I think that, being more relevant, being more real time, being more engaging, in a real time basis with consumers that's really the trend going forward. For me, it's all about relevance.
Yes.
That's the big word. Video is a big trend going on right now, particularly cross-screen advertising and cross-screen measurement, really understanding those things. But really, it all comes down to relevance. It's being, it's the basic, right message, right time, right place sort of thing. We're just getting better at it as technology continues to evolve.
Okay, this guy is good. I got to tell you, this guy is good. Moving on to another segment of the show here, Rex. Little word association, okay? Right. I'm going to say a word or a couple words, okay? Just quickly, off the bat, just tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. It doesn't matter if it's stupid, smart, whatever comes to your mind. I got to see what's going around. Those wheels are turning, okay? All right, you ready? Programmatic.
Confusion.
Marquette.
We're the Warriors.
Bourbon.
Basil Hayden.
Netflix.
Binge watching.
Twitter.
Real time.
Television.
Oh, wow.
Can we just get that? Can we just get that in? It's barter time, my friend.
Ooh.
Part of our industry is, buying or trading some type of asset or, or media for something else, okay?
Right.
So I bring a little bit of that into our show.
Okay.
Okay? A lot of fun. Don't get too excited. So I like to bring my guests a little gift. So what do I bring for T-Rex? A little birdie told me that someone is into low-carb cooking.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
Must have been someone very close to him. Okay, so we have something here. We have George Stella. Okay, can we zoom in on here, Legati? The complete low-carb cookbook. I mean, Rex is a health freak. I mean, look at this physique here. Okay, so I'm going to give this to Rex. You're going to have to whip me up some incredible recipes the next time you come from Atlanta, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in there. I think Mike in our office photocopied some stuff. But the only way you can keep that, or I'm going to take it back, is if you offer me something in return. Any ideas, or do you need me to help you out with this one?
I might need you to help me out with that one.
Okay, what can we get from Rex here? You know what I'm thinking? Would you mind spending once a week for a month, so 4 times, on the phone with me for half an hour, talking about the industry, talking about where things are going. Give me some of your, consultative advice on, what to do in certain areas and how to navigate in the media landscape. It's 2 hours in a month here for that book.
2 hours.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if you want to negotiate, you could. You could.
No, I would definitely sign up for that.
You'd sign up for that.
That's a good trade.
Okay, it's a good trade, but how you're going to be even more surprised because you're not going to be dealing with me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that offer, and I'm going to offer it to someone out there. This gentleman is willing to get on the phone with someone out there for 2 hours a month, just for 1 month, okay? If someone is willing to offer me a trade, okay? I'm looking for the best trade out there, and you can have 2 hours a month with this guy, seasoned veteran, Sears, Wal-Mart. It's a bargain. Yeah, it's basically a bargain. I mean, this is like free advice. So I'm looking for the best offer out there, and we'll do a little three-way deal here, and you can hit me up on the links below. You were phenomenal, I got to tell you. It's been such a pleasure to have you.
Well, I've enjoyed it. Thank you.
I really have. I mean, this guy was sweating on the inside before, but he did such a great job. And for all the listeners and viewers out there, be sure to tune in the next time on The BAM Show, Barter and Marketing, where we get you the real deal.
Have you ever had Scotch eggs?
No, I haven't.
They're so awesome.